Hey everyone, it's me. I'm just doing a quick little update about subbing and COVID and life and stuff like that. Huh. Well, I've still been only working like maybe 2 days a week. A couple weeks ago, I actually worked 3 days, which was nice. I mean, again, I can't work a ton because I don't have a car, so I have to watch how much I work with like Lyft and stuff like that. But last week, we started a new pay period on the 16th, so I already had a job set up for like Wednesday. So okay, like Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever. My Wednesday job canceled, which that happens. Um, but nothing really popped up for Thursday and Friday, just only a couple of jobs. Like this whole school year, probably each day probably had 10 to 15 openings for subbing. But the past 2 years, 2 weeks, it's like almost dead now. Like Thursday, Friday, maybe a couple job openings, but like I said, they were too far away for me to get a ride down there. Yeah, just crazy. Like subbing slowed down a lot. I mean, it's positive for the schools and it's relief to the teachers because they don't have enough subs, so they have to sub during their prep periods. But it's not good for the subs because we're like, like the main school I normally go to, I haven't been there in like 3 weeks. So it's where I went from like three jobs to like nothing. Like technically, if I had a car, I could probably work every day, but I wouldn't anyway because of my blood thinner situation. That causes fatigue and stuff. So 2, 3 days is like the limit, and that's it. Um, so yeah, it's slowed down. I'm gonna see what happens this week. I'm not sure. Um, like I said, as long as I work a couple days, it's fine. But I definitely do some 3 days since I didn't work at all last week. Like I said, Wednesday my job canceled, which that happens. But then Thursday, Friday, nothing, and I'm like, oh, that's not a good start to the pay period. Um, what else? Yeah, I'm a very chill person, but I've gotten into it with some people the past couple weeks, talking about COVID and stuff, and it's just sad to see the lack of compassion for people who are like at risk or have their concerns, and it's just sad. And then you get into it, people, and they're just like don't care because it's like, oh, sorry, my hair's a mess. Um, they just like don't care. Like they've been talking about mask mandates being taken out of the schools, which many people are celebrating for whatever reason. And the reasoning is stupid. It's like, oh, well, we want to see the kids smile. And I said, I want to see the kids alive, the staff alive. And I've gone to some people online. And I'm like, once again, like they downplay is COVID that serious, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, you're talking about the schools here. The school is like a petri dish. It's germs. Like even without COVID, we would get colds, flus, like, well, not the flu. I never got the flu. Um, like body aches, congestion. I remember I worked in a kindergarten class. I never really got sick, but I got congestion like 3, 4 times just from the kids like being like snotty and stuff like that. It's crazy. And then you have people who've never worked in the schools try to tell you, oh, the schools. I just got into something the other day because someone was talking about how your body, your choice, and stuff like that. And it's not true. Like there's people that are immunocompromised who don't have a choice. I know people. I know I have friends who have relatives, they're immunocompromised. They have to stay at home because if they run into the wrong person, boom, you're done. So it's frustrating. You still have people again who think it's a joke and, oh, this one girl's trying to tell me, oh, I had it and it was like a cold. I said, well, good for you. I know people who've lost loved ones. It wasn't a cold, they died. So it's just like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and again, it's people telling me, oh, well, some girl tried to tell me the schools aren't that germy. And I'm like, have you been in the schools? Really? Um, yeah, it's just frustrating because like what it's like working in the schools if you work in the schools. I would never tell someone working in the hospitals, oh, well, no, you don't deal with this. If I don't work there, why would I tell you? Yeah, I don't get the parents' thought process of you'd rather your kid not have a mask and get COVID than, oh, I don't want their face covered. I want them to see their smiles. Like priority list, health or see your smile. I don't get it. And then again, these people who don't work in the schools, it's like, I guess you don't care about the staff safety or the immunocompromised kids. There's kids who have asthma. There's, teachers who have their own health issues, or maybe people at home that have their own health issues. And it's like, you're not thinking about them. You're just thinking about, oh, my kid has to smile. And then they say, "Oh, the kids, they complain." And I was like, no, I sub and I sub around hundreds of kids. None of them complain. None of them. I've not heard one complaint since I've been back in school since August. And other teachers jumped in to see up, and different age ranges also. But they said the kids don't mind. They understand the reasoning. And this one teacher said that they have optional masks now, and she said 70% of her students still wear a mask. It's like it doesn't make sense why. Um, doesn't make sense why these people again who don't work in the schools are trying to speak for us, saying, "Oh, well, we don't want the mask. We don't." And believe me, I know there's some teachers, some conservative teachers, um, who I guess don't care about their staff and students. They're basically worried about themselves. I'm not a vocal person, but I'm very big on health and safety. I don't joke with health and safety, especially working the schools. I've mentioned my struggles before in the past. I was in special ed kindergarten and stuff like that. And I dealt with some violent stuff, and I was very upset about it because you're putting me in danger, and that's not okay. So same thing with this. It's like I have to think about this. If we get rid of masks, what am I supposed to do? Because I'm at risk because of my blood clots. Yes, I'm still on blood thinner medication, but I don't want it at all. Because people are like, well, you're vaccinated. What are you worried about? And I was like, it's not 100%. Like, I don't want it at all. There's side effects. I know about 20 plus people with long haul. It's not a joke. So it's just, yeah, it's just a lot to think about. And I never get into it with people. When I see people being like lack compassion, like they don't care about the immunocompromised, well, that's not my problem. We'll just stay at home. Well, if you work in the schools and they just keep wearing a mask, it's like you're saying, well, you're less than whatever. Who cares about you? Like I heard that woman, like I mentioned, her son has cystic fibrosis. She goes, what is my son supposed to do? And it's like crickets chirping. Like they don't care. Well, it's not their son. They don't care. It's just so frustrating because I'm definitely an empath, and it's like when I see people being like rude, I can't. It bothers me. I was really upset on Saturday because I got into it with people probably 2, 3 days talking about working in the schools, talking about COVID, talking about just health in general. Like I said, I know some people they're literally stuck at home, and someone's like, "Oh, that's their choice to stay at home." I said, "It really isn't their choice." I said, "They should go run an errand and die. Are we put in ICU? No." Because we forget also there's people that are immunocompromised. They can't get vaccinated. They can't. So it's like they're sick and then they can't get vaccinated. So if they get COVID, they're done. And it's sad. Some people don't care about things till it actually affects them. And I've also seen, even if it did affect them, some of them still don't care. Different people, almost 1 million people have died of COVID. And some of them, they brought it on themselves, unfortunately. I have friends who work in the hospitals, and some people are even admitted they're still stubborn. Oh, I'm not going to get vaccinated, or I'm not going to take precaution. Listen, if you don't get vaccinated, that's fine, but take precautions still. I know a couple people who don't want to be vaccinated, but they still wear masks and test here and there and just try to make sure they're careful. That's the main issue I have. It's not the vaccination part, but um, just taking care of each other, like wear a mask, just be cautious. So yeah, I just wanted to had an event about that because I've gotten to some people online. And it's like you're gonna try to tell me what goes on in the schools, like, oh, we don't need to have masks. Oh, who cares about our safety, our health? Because your kid has to smile. Oh yeah, the kids care. No, they don't. And I work in the schools, they don't care. So anyway, I just had to get that off my mind. So so far in California, we still have the mask in the schools, um, which I'm happy about. If they take them out, I might have to go on disability or something. I don't know because I can't take that risk. And yeah, I know people they can't take that risk. So yeah, just a quick update. Subbing is slow down, and we still have masks in our schools. And yeah, I've gotten into it with people over COVID, over just caring about others. Like, stop saying, "Oh, that's not my problem. We'll just stay at home." Then that's really insensitive. Just think about that if you say that. So that said, I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. I'll probably update in a couple weeks because it's just the same stuff going on. I don't need to update weekly or anything. It's just the same stuff. So that's it. Bye.